and welcome back to my channel, and today I am doing the Disney holiday tips tag, which I was tagged in by the lovely Emily over at Hollywood and Lime, and I'll leave her blog below. Please check it out, it's awesome. So I have a list of questions that Emily's answered. She's answered them about Disneyland Paris, so therefore I have to answer them about Disney World because I know Disney World much better than Disneyland Paris. I am wearing my Disney World t-shirt and I am ready to roll. So question 1 is, when is the best time to visit? In my experience, going in September, early November or early December have been the best times to go because the weather has still been good but the parks have been pretty quiet. But I have also been end of January, beginning of February, which that was quiet too, but it was a bit colder. So it's entirely up to you, but those are the times. Avoid any American public holiday like Thanksgiving, which is a mistake we've made this year. Avoid Easter, summer holidays, that kind of thing, otherwise you are going to be waiting in lines for a long time. Question 2, how long is the perfect visit? This again is a hard question because it completely depends on what you like to do. Usually when I go to Florida I try and go for 2 weeks or 13 nights, 12 nights, but we tend to go to Universal Studios as well. For Disney I'd at least give 7 days. There are 4 theme parks and 2 water parks, so if you're into that, that takes up at least 6 days. But there's so much more to do than just 1 day at each park anyway. If you did 1 day at each park you would miss things out because there's shows, parades, characters, rides, there's so much to do and it can't be all done in 1 day, especially if you're going in busy season. But I would say nearer the 2 weeks end because there's just so much to do. There's also Disney Springs, there's Disney Quest, I think that might still be open, there's the mini golf courses, there's just so much. Question 3, which hotel is the best to stay at and why? I have currently only stayed in one Disney World Resort hotel, which was the All-Star Movies Resort, which I really did like actually. We stayed in the Toy Story area, which was lovely, and I'm a big fan of Toy Story. The rooms were themed perfectly, and they had all the big statues of the characters outside, which was really cool to take photographs with. The thing about the Disney Resort hotels is they all have the same transport system. They have buses outside the hotel, and they have signposts saying like Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and so on. So you just basically queue up, and they arrive every 15 minutes. And it's just so quick, they just take you straight to the park gates and that's it, you're in. No fees or anything. So any of the Disney Resort hotels are brilliant in that way. This year we're staying at Saratoga Springs though, so we'll see how that one goes. Question 4, is there anywhere else to visit near the parks? And obviously I've mentioned this earlier on, but I would never go to Florida and go to just Disney and not Universal Studios. It is brilliant. The new Harry Potter section is amazing. They're 2 of my favourite rides ever in anywhere. And I like Spider-Man and Transformers and Men in Black. So if you like Disney you probably will love Universal as well, so at least give it a chance for 1 day. There are 2 parks in Universal, Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. So maybe 2 days, give it 2 days. As well as that I really enjoy Wonderworks, which is like an upside down house with interactive exhibits on International Drive. There is Ripley's Believe It or Not, that's an International Drive as well. Titanic Museum on International Drive was amazing. There's quite a lot to do in Orlando. There's now Madame Tussauds, there's a Sea Life Centre, there's an escapology room, there's the Orlando Eye, which is like a big wheel. You never run out of things to do in Orlando. Oh, and shopping as well. Florida Mall or the premium outlets. Question 5, what is the one thing that you must pack? Now, there are so many things you must pack. Sun cream being one of them because the Florida heat is a killer. Sunglasses, I can't go anywhere without sunglasses, otherwise I'll be squinting and have crow's feet for the rest of my life. A poncho or a mac is one thing that I always pack because I like to go on Splash Mountain but don't like to get wet. Also the Florida storms can be horrific. We were in a lot of them last time when we were in September, and if we didn't have the macs we'd have been soaked through to the skin. So yeah, we'll go sun cream, sunglasses and a mac. Question 6 is, where is the best place to take a picture of the castle? I have a little spot to the left towards Adventureland on a bridge that gets really nice side angles of the castle. But I quite like the head-on down Main Street, the ones that the Fastpass photographers will get. Especially if the fireworks are going off, that's lovely. Question 7 is, where is the best place to watch the parade? I personally like watching it down Main Street. Last time me and Lucy stood like Splash Mountain end and that was quite a nice spot. I think wherever you stand you still get the same view. A lot of people like to stand at the train station at the back and watch it from an up view. We might try that this time. But my personal choice is Main Street, especially outside the confectionery where you can smell the sweets. Question 8, where is the best place to watch the fireworks? Again, it's personal choice. I like to stand on Main Street so I'm looking right at them. but I've noticed in vlogs recently that people have been watching them from different resort hotels, and that looks amazing. You can see the whole thing from like at a distance, which appeals to Lucy a lot because she hates fireworks. So we might do that this year. Question 9 is, which restaurant would you recommend and why? Once we've done the dining plan this year, I'm sure I'll have lots of recommendations, but there's only one that stands out to me that I would recommend to anybody, and that is Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest is the Beauty and the Beast themed restaurant in Fantasyland in Magic Kingdom. It is divine. It's just like it's dropped right out of the movie and into the Disney park. It's the Beast Castle, and at breakfast and lunch it's quick service, which is great because it means you can just nip in and not have to spend a lot of money and still get to see the same decor. And then at dinner time it's table service, and you get to meet the Beast, and we're going to do that this year and I'm so excited. And question 10 is, what food should you try there? And I've had the beef baguette and fries for the last 3 times we've been, and it's divine. But at the dinner I'm looking forward to the steak and the grey stuff because I've heard it's delicious. Question 11, which rides are a must? Now this is obviously a really difficult question because there are 4 parks and lots of attractions. So let's just say we'll do one from each. This is really difficult, so we're going to do one from each, and I'm going to do kind of underrated rides because you all know the big roller coasters and everything. I'm going to do things that you might not look at, but I'm telling you it's a must do, okay? Number 1, Magic Kingdom, Tomorrowland Transit Authority. There are 2 types of people in the world. People who love the Tomorrowland Transit Authority and people who think it's a complete waste of time. I am on the first side. I think it's really fun. Me and Lucy have a good giggle on it because it whizzes round corners, and if you sit backwards it's quite fun. But it also has Walt's concept art in it for Epcot, and if you're lucky you might get to see Space Mountain with the lights turned on. For Epcot I'm going to say Living with the Land, purely because people overlook it and I quite like it. Again, there's 2 types of people who like it, people who don't. I personally like it. I love looking through the greenhouse, looking at all the fruit and veg that are grown there, and you know whatever you eat that day in Epcot has probably been grown in the greenhouse, and I just quite like that. And they have all these innovative ways of growing fruit and veg that I've never seen anywhere else. For Hollywood Studios, I'm going to say the Great Movie Ride, which has been a favourite of mine since I was like yay big. And it's a slow moving train through lots of scenes of different movies. I think most of them are MGM because the park used to be MGM. But there's like The Wizard of Oz, Indiana Jones, Alien, Casablanca, and it's got a nice twist to it. If you've never been on it, you need to go on it because the cast members all interact and things. It's really good. I won't spoil it. And in Animal Kingdom I don't really have a like underrated ride that I like, so I'm going to have to go Dinosaur because it's like one of my all-time favourite rides ever. It's amazing. You go on a time rover into the past to save one of the dinosaurs from extinction, but let's just say you get a few scary surprises. Question 12, if you could only buy one thing, what would it be? I'm tempted to say something food related, but let's just say we've got all our food. Just say we've got the dining plan and we get snack free, then I'm fine. I would probably say mini ears. I've been making mini ears myself recently, but I do love to buy a pair of mini ears and wear them on my head. So mini ears. Question 13, if you can only do one thing in the park, what would you do? Oh my god, this is a hard question. I think you'd have to decide that yourself. I personally would go on my favourite ride. But only one ride, that's really hard, but I would probably go on my favourite ride. Question 14, what is one thing you must take into the park? Again, it's the 3 things I mentioned before, the sunglasses, the sun cream and the MAC or poncho. Don't pay the Disney poncho prices, they are ridiculous, and you can get like a pack of 3 in Poundland, the exact same. Question 15, if I had to tell you one of my own tips, what would it be? I have lots of Disney tips and I might do a video separately on all the Disney tips that I have, but the main thing is using and utilising your Fastpasses. Fastpass Plus is this amazing thing now where you can use your Magic Band if you have one, or your phone. You can book Fastpasses in advance and you get 3 a day. Some of them are on a tiered system, which I will probably come into another video, but you get 3 a day. So please, 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 please use these 3. You won't regret it. Like, some of the rides have ridiculous wait times, things like Toy Story Midway Mania, Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, those kind of things. If you want to go on them, you may need a fast pass. Oh, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a killer. And you just won't have to wait the length of time that everyone else is waiting. You'll just walk up, you'll get your hour's slot, you walk up, you scan your band or your ticket and you walk through. Like, it's so easy and you're on in like 10 minutes tops. So I cannot stress enough to use the fast passes. People who go to Disney and it's the first time, or they just think they're going to chill, it doesn't matter. If you don't want to use it, you just don't use it. You're not like bound by a contract to go on that ride at that specific time. you just miss it out and then you just use your next one at the next time. And then after you've used all 3, you can now go back and book another one. And then once you've used that one, you can go back and book another one, and so on. Even if you're not keen on the rides and you just want to go meet characters, there are character Fastpass slots as well. Things like meeting Anna and Elsa that goes up to 90 minutes. Like, you can get a Fastpass for that if you're quick at booking in advance. And that is my tip for today. That's all for today, guys. I will tag people below to do the tag too, because obviously there are many Disney parks. Someone might do Tokyo Disney or Disneyland California, or they may do Disney World and give you completely different tips to I have, or they might do Disneyland Paris and do different tips to Emily. All tips are helpful. Bye guys!